Hello, everyone. We are on day 2 of our fearless living journey. It is a 30-day journey of fearless living. We will be reading out of this lovely little book. It says 30 Days to Fearless Living that has been put out by unity.org. My name is Jen Shepherd. I am from Unity in Edinburgh. And during the next few days, we're on day 2, we'll be exploring that worry monster in each of us. And day 2 is all about calming the worry monsters. And the story today is by Ian Lawton. Ian says, there is an old monastery in Europe perched high on a cliff, several hundred feet in the air. The only way to reach the monastery is to be suspended in a basket that is pulled to the top by several monks who pull and tug with all their strength. Obviously, the ride up the steep cliff in the basket is terrifying. One tourist got really nervous about halfway up as he noticed the rope was old and frayed. With a trembling voice, he asked the monk who was riding with him in the basket how often they changed the rope. The monk thought for a moment and then cheekily answered, "Whenever it breaks." Life is full of moments like this. We hold on to life. Sometimes our hold is old and frayed. We never know when or how things will snap, and we're often dependent on other people. The best, most careful driver can die in a car accident at the hands of another driver being careless. You can send your kids to school in the safest neighborhood, in the safest environment, and there can still be trouble. Every day is full of situations we cannot fully control. What if? What if we don't get the job? What if we never find the right person to marry? What if we move and don't find what we're looking for? What if we don't have everything we need in times of a crisis? What if, what if, what if, what if, what if? Worry is a challenge for all of us. We need to remember that worry is not all bad, but it's not everything worry thinks it is. Worry about the future sometimes serves a purpose. So, we can plan, we can project, we can put things in place. We can say that we have contingencies. We can create the floor plan for our houses and have the fire drills with our family and our businesses and our schools. We can have exercises to show how people respond in situations in which are out of the norm and out of our regular routine. We can dismiss worry totally and say it's irrational, or we can accept it as something that's part of our lives and part of what makes us us. It's the idea that we recognize the worry and then we put the label on it. What is it that we're really, really worried about? And then decide if that's something that's really necessary to make a decision on now, or if it's something we need to chuck in the garbage because it really is only a worry and not substantiated with anything else. We do this every day, and a lot of us are doing it especially now. The rope is frayed. It's looking kind of weak. And are you gonna make a new rope now, or are you gonna wait until it breaks to make the decision? And I don't know that either one of those is right or wrong, as long as we have that perspective that we are recognizing that we get to choose now. And even if we put things in place, we put all these things in place to keep us suspended, even when the rope gets frayed, we understand that we still have the ability to make those decisions right in the moment. We have the ability to make the decision, even if our plan goes away, we can step back and say, okay, I'm recognizing that I just come up with a worry moment again, and what am I going to do about it? So mastery of our worry has a lot to do about timing. You know, do we let the worry run our ship, or do we keep the worry, you know, on a tight leash and recognize it for what it is? Because worry will take over. It will just run the show for you if you let it. Yet we have this capacity and this wisdom to take care of that. So it has to do a lot about timing. Decide to address issues as they arise. You know, you use what you have in your system, what you know about, what's being given to you to make really good decisions. And if you're having trouble making those decisions, you reach out and find somebody that has those answers or can help you with other plans, other types of rope that may not fray as quickly. There's a quote here from Atticus Finch, who told his kids in the book To Kill a Mockingbird. It's not time to worry yet. It's not time to worry yet. You know, take each moment and each breath as it comes, and to recognize when other people are in need of help of taking that breath in that moment. I just found out that some of the local food banks and food pantries are shut down because of all the other shutdowns. And there are some people that are wondering what to do about food. I would not have known that at all to call somebody else to find out what the backup plan is, where the other rope is, unless somebody would have reached out to me first. You know, don't be afraid to reach out. Sometimes we don't know when to help put the rope back together if we don't know about it. And that's sometimes I think where the worry is. We think we have to handle it all ourselves. And even when we are in a mode of social isolating, we are in this amazing culture that has this amazing ability of phones, of cars, of technology, you know, and we still, a lot of us, you know, live close enough together that you can walk and knock on a door, and, you know, not to be afraid to do that. I think sometimes the worry monster gets in the way where we're afraid to even move, let alone say, you know what, I'm at a point where I don't know what to do with my worry monster anymore, and I need some help with it. The word of the day, the daily word, I'm going to read that too, just like I did yesterday. The word of the day is free. And the affirmation is, I am free to choose my path today and always. I am free to choose. I am free to choose today and always. I can choose. I have the ability to say I can do this or I can do that. I have the ability to say I'm recognizing worry and I'm choosing to do this about it. In Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 and 19, says, do not remember the former things or consider things of old. I am about to do a new thing, and now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Can you perceive the anticipation of the moment? Can you perceive all the opportunities that await in your own personal choices? We are free to choose where and how to direct our attention. So even when systems are disrupted, we have the ability to choose how to move our moment. I have an 11-year-old who his first inclination is to click on the screen or the TV or whatever. And we have put in place, you know, that doesn't happen. We have to have other things to do other than the screen. So after a little bit of pouting, he realized that we have a fold-out table. So he put the fold-out table up and he made himself a little art studio right in the living room. And thank goodness these beautiful people are coming forward that offer different kinds of classes or ways to interact through the internet. So he's able to tap into some art classes later today, and he has done some lovely drawings, and he's done some lovely reading, and and we're all good. So the choice was, do I need to be angry because mom's making me not have screen time and putting some time limits on that? Or do I choose to be okay with other choices and other things that I can do? I know that's an 11-year-old perspective, but how many of us are in there? How many of us, our attention, you know, is on one thing, and yet if we redirect our attention, we can recognize a whole new different perspective and outlook. So we may be stuck in the past by clinging to memories, or we may be hanging on to resentments, or we may rush into the future by daydreaming, indulging in fantasies, or even worrying that what if zone. So today, we can make a new choice by staying present in the now moment. We can choose from second to second and from breath to breath on how to recognize the world. The choice of where we place our attention is always ours, always ours. Where are we placing our attention now? Where are we placing our attention? That means everything. Perspective is huge. Our perspective at any given time and our perspective on what we look at behind us, in front of us, and now is everything. That drives everything. We are so blessed with the freedom and responsibility of having free will, and individual will. How blessed we are that we get to make choices. We all have been we've chosen to be stubborn, refusing to let go of emotions. We choose to still be involved in difficult relationships or not to resolve them. We choose to stay with past errors or harsh self-judgments. And you know what? All of those choices put us into that worry, anxiety zone. I'm not saying there's not stuff to worry about, because worry can be in our best interest. That tells us when we need to actually do things. So we're not totally laissez-faire. We have a built-in system that says certain things need to get done and we need to watch out for other people. We don't have to translate into letting it run our lives into total anxiety zone. We make a new choice to step away and be free, to forgive ourselves, to forgive others, and to choose in the moment to move forward. To move forward in recognition of not worry. Again, like yesterday, you are the light of the universe. We can choose. We have the free will to either shine it or to lock it up and keep it all to ourselves. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. And so right now, even in your own homes, and don't be afraid, please don't be afraid to pick up the phone, call somebody, give a text, especially if there's somebody that lives alone or that may rely on public services for their family. See how they are. If there's something you can do there, please do it. If there's not something that you can do personally, don't be afraid to pick up that phone and ask somebody else what's available. Again, we are one big light family, and you can choose to shine it all together or to stay totally blocked up. Choice is yours. God bless. Again, our quote from Silver Birch. I'm going to keep repeating it the whole 30 days here. There is nothing in your world that you need worry about. You have within you the armory of spirit, the divine potential, which you can utilize to help in any emergency or any crisis that comes your way. You are built with the armory of spirit. God bless. Take care. See you tomorrow.